Hey everybody, my name's Mike Demaro, and I want to welcome you to the latest episode of My Life with Asperger's. Today's topic I'm going to be talking about is the conference that I went to over the weekend. It was the Hear Our Voices conference, sponsored by the University of Central Florida Center for Autism and Related Disabilities. I had a fun time going to the conference that was held at the Marriott in Lake Mary. I think it was their first year doing the conference, and I was very proud of being a part of it and going to it. And I got a chance to network with other people who are on the spectrum. I got to network with other people who help spread awareness for Asperger's and autism by writing books or doing videos like I do, or just sharing their stories. You know, I'm very proud of them, and some of them inspired me too. You know, living with Asperger's is tough. And when I got to share my opportunity, my story, and my insights on the issues that deal with Asperger's, I was very happy about that. I was nervous at the same time though, because I wasn't sure what to say. But I was able to say them okay, and I was able to say them with a good voice. So there were some questions I was asked, and I was able to answer them the best of my knowledge. Of course, there are no right or wrong answers with the questions, so it was like, ask away and I can answer them. And yesterday I had the chance to be a part of their panel, so there was like questions and answers and questions and answers, you know. And there was like 4 or 5 other people that joined me on the panel, so I got to hear their answers too. You know, I'm very happy I had the chance to be a panel. I'm hoping I'll do it again next year if I'm in the area. I pray that I will be. And I pray that in the future I will be able to answer some more people's questions and network with more people. Because my mission is not done. It will never be done. My mission will continue with me for the rest of my life, and that is to help spread awareness for Asperger's and autism and help spread the news about it. And I want to make people know and aware of how my life is with Asperger's, and I want to help the young people that are able to, the young people that have Asperger's too. I want to be a role model to people, you know. And I want to say this. Most of the people I got a chance to meet yesterday, the speakers and all, they have written books. And that has also inspired me to try to write a book about my life and the issues that I go through. I know I don't want to copy somebody else's idea, but at the same time, everybody who is on the Asperger's syndrome, or everybody has autism spectrum, we all live different lives. So it's good to hear from different people. Like, I was thrilled to hear from people yesterday. You know, there was this guy named James Williams, who was from Chicago, who came down for the conference. I was very happy to meet him. He wrote a few books, and and he got to go across the country spreading the awareness of Asperger's and autism. That is what I want to do someday too. I want to travel across this country. And he's about the same age as I am. I'm very happy that I had the chance to meet him. I'm very happy that I got to meet Mark Tolliver too. He wrote a book as well. He was diagnosed with autism in his 50s, and he wrote a book about how he lived his life, living with it, and basically what happened with his life after he got his diagnosis. Then there was another speaker that I went to. Her name was Amy Sick. I don't know how to spell her. I don't know I don't know how to pronounce her last name. It was Sequenzia. She spoke about her life going through autism. Even though she doesn't have a voice, she has to use a computer to speak. I got to hear her story, and it was very interesting on how she lives her life with autism and how she tries to spread awareness. She's also a poet, so I'm very happy I got a chance to meet her too and hear her story and hear her views about living with Asperger's. I know it was real tough, but everybody on the spectrum, it's tough for them too. Me, for example, it's real tough to live on the spectrum as it is, but I try to adapt. I try to do things that help me out, So, now there was a speaker that I didn't get a chance to talk to, but I'm hoping to give him a contact later on. His name was Jeffrey Schmidt, whatever, I don't know. I'm sorry if I said the last name wrong, but I'm hoping to contact him. I wish I could have came to his seminar when he offered it. Now, I didn't make it for the opening hour or two because I had to take care of some business, but I did make it there by 11 o'clock, so I was able to go to like one or two of the seminars. And I was very happy I did. Now, I went to Amy's seminar first and heard her story. That got done a little bit early, so I went to James's seminar, and they were asking about questions about how he dealt with his life with Asperger's. And I felt, his answers are like what I go through, We all go through we don't all go through the same thing, but we all have Asperger's, and life is very tough for us that are on the spectrum. Then I got to have lunch, and I was about to pay for lunch, but then they couldn't find my check on the computer and all that. And then they asked the waitress what was going on, and she said that someone paid for my lunch. And I was like, I'm thankful for that. I got to save some money on lunch. It was a very good buffet lunch. So, anyways, before my panel went on, I got to meet Mark and his mom, and I got to tell him about my life with Asperger's. And Mark was there, and he had a book. The book was called, and I can give it to you if I can find the card. It's called Living Life with Autism. And Living Life with Autism, The World Through My Eyes is the full title of the book. Now, after I got to meet him, I had the panel. I got to meet Regina, who is a college student in the Orlando area. She's a little older than I am. And then I got to meet Nathan, who's a high schooler that has Asperger's. And I also got to meet Jana, who is 66 years old. And she was diagnosed with Asperger's 3 years ago. And she was struggling to figure out what was going on in her life. Almost like my first 22 years of my life. Trying to figure out what's going on here. And then James Williams also got to join the panel too. Which I was very happy about. Because he was able to say about his experiences with Asperger's. Now, I did really enjoy the panel. I was happy I got to be a part of it. I was nervous at the time, but I was able to answer everybody's questions, except for like a couple, because those questions didn't pertain to me. I wish they did, but they didn't. But I did try my best to answer the questions best that I can. So, now the panel was very good. I really enjoyed it, and I hope I get a chance to do it again next year. Either that or go to or have a seminar of my own. Now, afterwards, after the panel, there was a guy named John Miller who got to speak about his life living with Asperger's. He's a real nice guy. He talked about friends, he talked about dating experiences, and he talked about relationships. Now, I felt his talks were very good because I do have a hard time making friends. I do have a hard time trying to find a girl to date me. I have a hard time forming those relationships. And I felt John's talks yesterday was a very good session for me to attend because I needed to know, what am I doing wrong? I'm not taught how to make friends. I am not taught how to date people. I am not taught how to be in a relationship with people. You know, we need to be given the tools. We need to know how to act. We need to know what's going on. And we're not. And I'm glad that John taught us. And hopefully I can apply some of those tools in future life here. So hopefully someday I can find a girl, or a woman in this case, a lady, to be my wife someday. You know? But take it one day at a time. And I do that. I always take my life one day at a time. You know? And that's the way life goes. But yeah, his seminar was very interesting. And I got to meet him after. He's a very nice guy. Every speaker that I got to meet was very nice. And now, I also did not attend another seminar that was hosted by somebody else. I did get to meet the speaker afterwards. I was very proud I did that. Her name is Robin Millan. And she's a motivators speaker who's on the Asperger syndrome too. And her seminar was about autism, believe in the future. You know? So basically, this seminar, I hope it expands throughout the state of Florida and expands throughout the country. And like I say earlier in my videos, if you want me to attend a seminar, let me know. I might need help getting there, but I'm willing to go and speak. If you need me to come to a school, let me know that too, because I am a good speaker. I know I do tend to have my moments here where I pause or I do stutter, but I try my best not to. And if you want me to speak on an online conference or something, I'm willing to do that too. Just let me know. I'm willing to help you guys out. Because I know you probably need the help and I want to help you. You know? So hopefully in the future I'll be able to go to more conferences and all that. I'm very thankful that I got the chance to go to this conference. And I want to thank UCF CARD. I want to thank Judy Samuels and Terry Daly for allowing me to come to the conference. And I want to thank the whole UCF CARD organization for having me and for helping me out. You know, I really am glad I had a chance to go to it, and hopefully I'll be able to go to more of them in years to come. Because it is a good chance for me to network with people, and hopefully I can network with other people and parents. And yes, I did network with some of the parents yesterday. And I did get the chance to meet a 16-year-old young man with Asperger's, and I got to tell him my stories and his mom's. if you're watching, thank you for allowing me to meet up with you guys. Talk to you all later.